Mike Scholden, what happened in 2011 with him? No name.
An associate of mine were hanging out with Mike Scholden, and he had just gotten his script of Xanax, and he was doing them and also handing them to us, and he was, I would pretty much say on the verge of blacking out, and we were all up at Greenwood, and he told us that he was hanging out in Officer Linder's basement with a lady with the last name of Keegan that was doing pills, and he was doing pills with Linder. But at the time, this lady was actually getting married to somebody else, and she was not there in Linder's basement.
So it was just Keegan and him.
So it was just Mike and Linder.
Scholden and Linder.
That was it. So the 20% truth, it was Mike and Linder, 80% counterpro, was saying that Keegan was there. Keegan's mom. But she wasn't, because at the time, she was getting married to a new husband.
So that's how he knew that Jacob Frost, me, the journalist, would be busted.
Yes.
Did he mention that to you?
Oh, yes, he did. He told me that in the next 9 months that you were going to get busted. And that was, I believe, early October, I want to say around October 8th of 2011.
And I got raided on January 13th, 2012.
He swore to me and my associate that was with me that you were going to get raided.
Now, how can someone know that unless they work with police agencies?
I honestly can't tell you. I really cannot tell you.
Now, I understand in a raid that could happen in a week, like you could hack the database, but 9 months? How can someone know in 9 months someone's going to get raided? He also at a party told me a similar thing, that I was going to get busted. And there was about 40 witnesses there. I'm not going to mention what party this was, but it was a New Year's party. And this was 13 days before I got raided. And he told me that I was going to get busted again. And he told me about hanging out with a police officer in his basement.
His downfall are his Xanax. Literally, he does his Xanax so much that he blacks out and he just doesn't fucking listen. And that's what
he tried to steal from my mailbox.
He did.
Yeah, he literally did, because he knew I had something legal coming that was like Xanax.
He has been trying to get people since I have dealt with him for the past 3 years. He's been trying to get people to start selling substances for him.
So he can build a monopoly.
So he could build a monopoly.
And then use the police as a way to bust people. Yes. And then use Daniel Pickering, the person that wired on me, to be the fake narc. Yeah, the fall guy, and he's the real narc, and everyone trusts him because he's giving them information.
Exactly.
So this is mostly Mark Linder, though, too, because, he
is the head drug detective of the Bellevue Drug Task Force now.
That's a little strange, don't you think?
Yeah, I actually kind of do. The fact that every single drug has actually had an increase in this town since he's become the lead detective of the Drug Task Force.
Well, I have seen drugs be busted with marks on them, brung back into this town. So I could say that could be a possibility. Could be bringing. I'm not saying it's the truth or not, but makes a lot of sense.
There have been crooked cops before.
Well, he did try to molest my first love and my first cousin by making him show her breast. That's well documented, though. She willing to testify against him in the court of law. We just need someone to stand up and say, no, this is wrong.
Why should people like Mike Scholden, who get into trouble, should get the right to throw other people under the bus and ruin other people's lives to get out of his own crimes?
And his own crime was 30 days in jail. If you look at his court records from 2003 to 2014, there's 0 things.
He even told me that he turned himself in and sat 30 days in county jail.
He never sat in county jail.
If you ask him, he will repeatedly tell you that county jail is worse than prison. If you ask
it is worse than prison. It is.
Well, I'm just saying.
County jail is worse than any prison.
Well, as I'm saying, it comes down to the counter pro.
Yeah.
20% truth, 80%. Disinformation.
No, 80% truth to 20% disinformation. The good propagandist. Like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
We're going to cut and edit little parts of this out. Like, this is a little bit of rambling, but, we have good information in here, Like, yeah. I should have gave you Mondays. I don't know what you did.
Well, previously, in the year of 2013, I believe it was actually Before I had broken my arm, so
July, August.
no, I'd broken my arm, hand and arm, in June. So it had to have been in April or May. I believe it was May. We were in my backyard.
May of 2013.
May 2013. Mike and I were in my backyard, and his girlfriend was also with us, and he kept telling me that he is friends with an ex-sheriff, and that's how he gets his information on who and what is going to happen in the future. And on that day, he was fucked up on Xanax once again.
The truth comes out when you feed him. It's kind of like alcohol with some people, you know?
It is. He eats too much, he blacks out, and then he just blows his fucking cover in the literalest ways.
Like, people don't pick up on it unless you put the pieces together, though.
But...
And then, what he calling me a rat, though, is wrong, though. For no reason. There was no repercussion for that. I left the kid alone since July, since he tried stealing from me. I had a mutual understanding because he dated my cousin. But if
who was the girl that was in my backyard at the present time in May of 2013?
She was not involved in any way.
Not at all. She was not.
This was all Money Mike.
Yes,
Mike
she was just an innocent civilian.
Bystander.
Just there.
And he's a woman beater anyway.
He really... I watched him beat Pam Pena in an alleyway one night at a party. Literally.
Oh, she got molested by Mark.
Do you need a lodging? Lodging in?
I'm gonna be able to cut parts out.
Yeah, I know.
I'm putting this on YouTube.
Alright.
Like, really, this is like things that came up. Like, that party he told me, like, dude, you're about to get raided, like, soon. You should get rid of your shit. Well, I don't have any shit. I'm like, after everything became illegal, I stopped.
Every time that I would have dealings with him, and, you know, there would be no interaction of any kind besides just conversation, he would get angry at me because I was not buying his product, because I was going to different people.
Yeah, because he wants to set up a monopoly.
Because he wanted to set up a monopoly.
And
so he kept on trying to drop names.